but I'm rolling with the Minnesota Vikings as winning the night. We talked about them getting JJ McCarthy, but we thought when they made that trade with the Houston Texans weeks ago that they were doing that to possibly have to move up into the top 5 to get the quarterback that they wanted. They didn't have to do that. They only had to bump up one spot from 11 to 10 to land a quarterback that they believe is the guy that's going to lead them into the future. All right, they had pick 23. They weren't done yet. They move up 6 spots and go and get Dallas Turner, the defensive guy that a lot of people had as their first guy coming off the board on that side of the ball. And when Dallas Turner gets drafted, they show him walking up to that podium to meet Goodell. He looked like a crazed man. He looked pissed off that he was waiting in the green room for so long. It was a walk where he was talking to himself. He looked like he was getting ready to check in the game and cause havoc. So I look at this from their standpoint, and you talk about adding Brian Flores last year to the defense. Now you go out and you get a guy like Dallas Turner, but also Jonathan Green or Andrew Van Ginkel, those guys that they added to the defensive side of the ball. And now Kevin O'Connell gets a quarterback that he believes can get him over the top. The one thing that O'Connell said about JJ McCarthy after drafting him was when you talk to his teammates and everybody there at Michigan, the one thing that they all said, he came through for that team whenever they needed him in the future.
If you ask me right now, who is the winner of the NFL draft through night 1, it is easily the Minnesota Vikings. Not only do you get a franchise quarterback for the future in JJ McCarthy, not even having to trade up into the top 5 to get him, but also stay at 17 and land one of the best linebackers, if not the best linebacker, the most versatile linebacker out of Alabama, Dallas Turner. In this video, we're going to break down everything you need to know about not only JJ McCarthy, the number 10 overall draft pick, but also Dallas Turner, what they add to the team, and why the Vikings are already looking like a much better team than they were just yesterday before the NFL draft. Before we jump into the video and deep dive into JJ McCarthy, some film, make sure you guys do me a favor and comment down below a letter grade for the Vikings draft so far, and what positions do you think they need to go target next. Now, the first thing I want to talk about here is Dallas Turner. Now, the reason I want to start off by talking about Dallas Turner is strictly because throughout the entire draft process, we heard a bunch of rumors talking about JJ McCarthy potentially to the Vikings. However, nobody knew that they could potentially land Dallas Turner at pick number 17, and they absolutely stole him, right? Now, right away, you notice his speed, quickness, ability to just get to the quarterback, extend that left arm, drive the tackle back who's maybe looks like 50, 60, 70 pounds heavier than him, and gets right in there for a sack on the Georgia quarterback. Guys, this is an insane generational defensive edge rusher, but also another big thing about Dallas Turner, he is relentless. He can cover tight ends in man-to-man coverage. He can play inside backer. He can play outside backer. He can get to the quarterback, and he can do everything you want from an edge rusher. You're talking about a Minnesota team who was one of the worst in terms of getting to the quarterback last season. Now adding Jonathan Grenard, Dallas Turner, Andrew Van Ginkel, Blake Cashman. This team is going to be so much better. Let's break down some more film on Dallas Turner and tell you more why he fits. Now, not only is Dallas Turner relentless, wants to win every single game, but he's someone who has every skill set in the book to become an elite edge rusher from day one, but also has the same versatility to drop back into man or even zone as well, which is what I think makes him such a valuable player, especially at 17. Getting him at 17 is unreal, right? He also has, the ability to be long. He's athletic. He's got explosive traits, that are needed to become an impactful NFL pass rusher. A lot of guys, compare him to Brian Burns, but with a little bit more versatility in terms of being able to drop back into coverage. His first step quickness and elite closing burst are very important for building blocks at the NFL level, and again, has it right away. He still needs to work on some things like his process from point A to point B. He hasn't really learned how to create space and angles that are needed to consistently attack the edges, but has all the tools to become that type of player that you need him to be. And with NFL coaching, with the right motivation, he's only going to get better and better as he, continues to grow as a player. Now, he's added 20 pounds since coming to Alabama. He struggles at time, to stack and shed run blocks, but at the same time, he has shown potential at every capability, at every angle of the game to become really, really good at a bunch of different things, right? We already talked about getting to the quarterback off the edge, the speed, the quickness, the versatility to actually come in and play some man coverage, but drop into a zone, play inside linebacker. The man can be moved all around the formation. Think about a Micah Parsons type of player. I think Dallas Turner is going to be, very similar. He's got the athleticism to soak up play extending quarterbacks like a Jaden Daniels or a Caleb Williams or a Josh Allen or, even the quarterbacks in Jordan Love here in this division. I think this is a great fit, man. JJ McCarthy and him together in the same first round draft class, unbelievable. He can build tremendous momentum at the turn if allowed too much space again. I love this pick. I love Dallas Turner. I think everything he adds as an edge rusher is going to help Minnesota and what they're doing. You talk about Jonathan Grenard, Van Ginkel, Cashman, now Dallas Turner. They're going to get to the quarterback at a higher rate. Actually, let's look at their depth chart right now and see where he stacks up. So as of right now, the depth chart that I'm looking at here has him backing up Andrew Van Ginkel, but both these guys are extremely versatile. If you really wanted to, you can move them everywhere along this linebacker core, but to be quite honest, I thought the Vikings did an unbelievable job, fixing up this defense and plugging up the positions of need, right? Jonathan Grenard coming off a massive season in Houston under DeMeco Ryans. Blake Cashman, same thing from Minnesota, coming off a monster season in Houston. I think you add two brand new starting linebackers right there. They love Ivan Pace Jr. This dude is quick. He's athletic. He's versatile. I love Ivan Pace. I think he definitely should be a day one starter. You got Brian Asamoah, but also Andrew Van Ginkel. Now, Andrew Van Ginkel, I think, is, at the same time, versatile, can drop back into zone, can get to the quarterback at a high level, but there's no doubt in my mind, Dallas Turner is not a starter. Dallas Turner will 100% be a starter in the NFL right away. There's no need for him to come off the bench. There's no need for him to be a depth player. Just put him in the starting lineup and let Andrew Van Ginkel be that depth guy now that he's getting up there in age a little bit. Dallas Turner should be a day one starter. Now, where else do you think they need to improve on this defense? Maybe that defensive line, maybe this DB room with Byron Murphy, Harrison Smith, Camryn Bynum, Caleb Evans, Josh Vertellis. They did add Shaq Griffin. Where do you think they need to improve the most? Obviously, Andrew Booth and Lewis Cine are two guys who, really need to take a jump up next season, or they might not be here too much longer. You also have Mekhi Becton, or Blackmon as well. I do love where this team is headed, but then you add a guy like JJ McCarthy, who's going to step in right away and have insane targets like TJ Hawkinson, Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson. Man, let's talk a little bit about JJ McCarthy. Actually, before we do that, do me a big favor, guys. Comment down below a letter grade for this draft so far, but also hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family. It's free, doesn't cost anything to subscribe and join the family, so make sure you guys do that. If you guys want more Vikings videos, comment down below more Vikings film. But with that being said, let's deep dive right back into this video. But last season, the one thing I want to show you, number 21 in sack percentage, 22 in QB interception percentage from the defensive end, right? Or defensive position. The thing that really stands out to me, guys, is the fact that when you can get to the quarterback, it changes everything. Not only can you force a bad pass, you can force an interception, a bad decision, a forced fumble, you can get a sack, right? Getting to the quarterback is the most important thing in the NFL, as well as protecting your brand new quarterback in JJ McCarthy. I think the Vikings offensive line is actually really underrated. I love what they're doing. I love what they've been doing, right? But getting to the quarterback on the defensive side of the ball is so important. Dallas Turner gives you that opportunity. I love it. Now, the main reason I love this fit here for Minnesota and JJ McCarthy is I think he needs some time to develop, but you have Sam Darnold, and they actually do like Sam Darnold a lot here with Kevin O'Connell and their offensive coordinator. They do think Sam Darnold can keep them competitive, at least for the majority of the first half of the season, while JJ McCarthy gets his feet underneath him as an NFL quarterback. But this is a guy who plays with a chip on his shoulder and can, intensify his focus when need be. Watch this throw here in the red zone, in the red area here. We're going to get kind of like a go route up top here along the seams to the tight end, maybe a little bit of a post, right? JJ drops back, plants his feet, and throws an absolute dot over the linebacker's head, knowing he's not going to turn around, puts it right on the money. I mean, that is execution to a T. I mean, let's watch this one more time here again. Got a little bit of a go route up the seam. Obviously, in zone coverage here, he's dropping back into a mid-read. This is responsibility, for the linebacker to drop back and take on the seam route, right? But JJ McCarthy not only has to understand that, but he has to understand what this defense is in. We see one high safety. This guy's kind of playing down a little bit, so I have to really read these safeties. Let's see where they go. Right away, he's reading these two guys right here. Where are they going? Boom. You can tell right away they're in a zone defense, and boom, throws it, boom, gets it to go. I mean, that is beautiful execution by JJ McCarthy. And we got another similar type of play here. Watch this man right here, gonna run up the field and gonna run a little bit of an out, but watch where this ball is placed here by JJ McCarthy. Again, sits in the pocket, doesn't try to escape for any weird reason, stays comfortable, stays patient, and now he's throwing with anticipation, knowing where your receivers are going to be, not where they are. That is a big thing in the NFL. He places his football only where his guy can go up and get it. Receiver makes a good adjustment to the football, but makes an unbelievable grab there. I mean, this is, again, beautiful stuff you want to see from your quarterback, JJ McCarthy. And think about it, guys. He was doing this at Michigan. Didn't ask him to throw the ball too much. But now you have Justin Jefferson, TJ Hawkinson, Aaron Jones, and Jordan Addison. You have some of the best receiving weapons in the NFL already as a rookie. And these are going to be the guys you develop with. Unbelievable catch there by him. But at the same time, you love to see it. He's a guy who has plenty of experience working under center and pro-style passing schemes, which is important, for Minnesota. He won't hesitate to slide and find, new launch points when pressure builds in the pocket. He's got adequate ability to locate throwing windows versus zone. We saw that a little bit earlier in the video, or a little bit on the other play. He can make drive throws between defenders with good decisiveness. I mean, I think this man can make some unbelievable passes. Didn't show it too much at the college level because they like to pound the rock under Jim Harbaugh. But man, he delivers the ball smoothly on rollouts in scramble mode. He's probably one of the draft's most efficient quarterbacks operating out of structure. So whenever he needs to make a play on his legs, he's able to do that. We knew the Vikings were interested. I didn't think they were going to be able to get him unless they trade up into the top 5 or 6. But man, they absolutely stole him at number 10. Unbelievable, man. 6 quarterbacks in the first 12 picks. That is unreal. But JJ McCarthy is definitely one you want on your football team. And the Vikings, quite frankly, just got better, not only with Dallas Turner, but now JJ McCarthy. Nice throw on the run here, finds a receiver open in the end zone. Beautiful placement again. JJ is going to be really good in Minnesota. Maybe not in week 1, but down the line, great draft already for Minnesota.